just know that what is going on this planet right now, it is a spiritual change as well as a physical change. But the thing about it is that the, the spiritual change is the most important part, and that the physical change is only just the show. But the spiritual change is the most important part, because if they can control you spiritually, if they can control you spiritually, they can control everything about you. See, you can control a person physically as long as you keep them in fear. This is why a lot of these humans are doing the things that they are doing, even though they don't want to do them, because they're in fear. They're in fear of losing. So you can control anybody with fear. Human beings are still controlled in fear. But if you control their spirit, if you can if you can control a person's spirit, you can get that person to worship you and idolize you, to where as though you have a hold on them, that way as though they feel indebted to you. Like say for instance, if right now you got a lot of people right here, and I don't mean to use this as an example, but it's a perfect example. You got a lot of people down here that feel some type of way about Jesus Christ actually dying for their sin. Like, this man actually died for me. He died for my sins. You feel indebted to him, don't you? You feel like you owe him your life for doing that, because you know right now you would not do that, not even for your own child. You say you will, but would you actually do it? And then to find out that a man gave his own life for your sins, he sacrificed, you're going to always feel that's spiritual control. Because you're going to die for that man. Why? Because that man died for you. Wouldn't for him dying for you, you wouldn't even be living this life. Wouldn't for that man dying for you, you wouldn't be filled with all this forgiveness and these second chances. Wouldn't for him dying for you, you wouldn't be able to get another chance to go to heaven. He died for you when he didn't have to. He died. I gotta worship. I'm indebted. That is a spiritual control. That is the most invisible war of mankind. Because when you feel indebted to someone, indebted to where though you owe them your life, that's a deep spiritual control. And that's the reason why Christianity and religion was created. Is it wasn't created to lead us to the truth. It's basically a way of control. If we can control the people to where though they will feel indebted to us, but let's do it in a secret way. Let's do it with religion and Christianity. Give them an ideal, give them something that they feel like that they worship and idolize. And you got a lot of people down here who is willing to sacrifice their own life only because Jesus Christ sacrificed his life. What if we found out right now that Jesus Christ did not die for your sins? What if you found out right now that because Jesus Christ died on the cross, it had nothing to do with you? What would you found out if you found out that right now? What would you do if you found out that the man that you have known, that your mother told you, your great-great-grandmother told you, your greatest grandmother told you, that this man died for your sins? Wouldn't for him, you wouldn't be alive. He died for your sins. What if you found out right now that he never died for your sins? That the purpose of him dying had nothing to do with you? How would you feel right now? Would you still say, well, I was told that he died for my sins, I'm just going to go with that? Even though they told me, I'm finding out that he really didn't die for my sins, it's been working for me all my life, so I'm going to continue to think that way. And the majority of the people will go that route instead of seeking the truth. Well, why did he actually die? What was he doing? How was he doing it? Who was after him? Don't nobody down here got the mindset to even go there to ask those questions, because we are under spiritual control. And if they can spiritually control you, that means they can get you to do whatever they want because you feel indebted to them.